some blue color highlights. Okay, most of like this, if this is important, like if this is a very important question actually, so I have mentioned here itself. Okay, in the same way you will find this question in the question and answers also. You will find that question in this question and answers doc, but here you will find answer also. Okay, so those are very important things. This one here, a table is VBEP. It's the confirmed quantity plus delivery dates, confirmed delivery date. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Order number will be ELN. Yeah. I don't remember that. In fact, actually I don't know that. Okay. Delivery type controls. We'll see this. Like as already we have seen. Let me check whether this is writing or not. See, as we already seen the sales document structure, even delivery document also has structure, right? There would be header, that is header data, and it has item data. Okay, the table for header data is LIKP. Okay, here LIPS. Okay, and the T codes are little confusing for this. Like for this it is 0 VLK and we have OVLK also. Okay, all the time I actually confuse between this OVLK, 0 VLK. This is delivery types. Okay, so like we have certain standard delivery types. This is one another important topic actually. The standard is LF, and for cash sale you can see it's BV. Okay, and for return delivery it is LR, and delivery without order reference. Certain orders we create without any order reference deliveries. Okay, for that it is LO, and STO delivery it is NL, and for STO return delivery it is NLR. Yeah, it can be, but in real time there will be some materials also, like say service contract, I guess. Well, because service contract comes automatically with the material. Okay, so in that kind of materials or some, but like I cannot exactly remember for what materials, but materials which don't require any order. For that this LO would be taken, delivery without order reference. Okay, and intercompany STO delivery is NLCC, and intercompany STO returns NCR. Like this 6-7 is very important actually, not all of them. I don't mention here those. Okay, so we'll see the controls. See, I was yesterday telling like how you can know whether the invoice is order related or delivery related. So I was telling J. So if you find J, that is delivery related. If you find C, it is order related. Okay, in invoice document we can see it there. Okay, so like any other sales document, even delivery document has also a document category, and this controls actually the complete document. Delivery. Okay, so number range assignment, as I was telling, like for that it is 10 and 11 sales documents. Here it is 17 and 18. For billing it would be 19 and 20 or something. This is standard which is given by SAP. Okay, and this is item increment, that is if you have 10 line items in the delivery document, how the it should be. Like first line item 10, 20, 30, because we don't have any bomb or something here. That's why we don't have sub item increment. Okay, 10 something like this. And this is order required. Okay, like see, sometimes you may be facing some interview question here, like say while doing return delivery, how system is proposing PGR, right? While we are doing return delivery, system automatically, the icon here changes to we have an icon here PGI, that would be automatically changed to PGR. So how system determines that? No, it based on the document category. So what is the delivery type for return delivery? It is LR. You see LR, the document category is T. So this controls actually. So returns delivery for order. So this document category is so important. Why? Because this is only for namesake. I can rename this SR also. It may not be LR, but this cannot be something else. This should be only T. Why? Because this all controls only by this. Okay, so when we do return delivery for an order, the icon PGR will come because of system determines through this document category T. Okay. So for PGA it is J actually. Okay, so number ranges, the same thing, the same number ranges. Next is order required. Suppose say these things are important actually. What is X and what is B? We don't have B. B, it should be, yeah, here. B and X is sales order required. That means to create this delivery, what can you create a delivery directly, or you need something to create a delivery? Okay, like that means any preceding document is required to create the delivery or not. Okay, so here this comes L. So X is sales order required, and the other one PR is required for B. Purchase order, that is for STO, stock transport order. There we use this. In standard sales we use X, the sales order required. Okay, but this is used for this thing, third party, these all things. Okay, and the next is default order type, DL. This is one another important field actually. Like this is when this system will consider this default order type is if sales order what is the thing, like when we don't require the what we say preceding document order. Okay, we don't require any preceding order, then it considers DL to determine the movement type. But because if we want to deliver, we need to have a movement type. But if we don't have that schedule lines, So to determine that moment types, this default order type would be used. And next is item requirement, and that's the question actually which it comes here, like how system determines how, like while creating delivery without order reference, how system determines the moment type, okay, with the help of the default order type DL.
So,
Like while creating delivery without order reference,
right.
how system determines the moment type. Okay, the answer is with this actually, default order type DL. Okay, so next is item requirement. We will have 201 and 202. Let me show you. Yeah, you see this 201 and 202. See, this will control whether to add a new line item in the delivery document or not. That means I already have 10 items. If I want to add 11th item, that is controlled by here, whether to allow or not.
Okay.
Okay, 202 it will allow, and 201 it will not allow. Okay, and next is storage rule determination. This is one important thing. Like we already know how a storage location determines, right? Shipping point, plant, and shipping condition. Shipping point, it is shipping condition, loading group, and plant. And for storage location, it is shipping point, plant, and shipping condition. Okay, so actually we have three rules to determine storage location. One is Mala, Mare, and Rita. Okay, like we'll see what this says. By default, for anything it would be Mare, M-A-R-E. Okay, why? Because first it will check Mala, then Rita. If nothing is available, then it will go to this thing. So this should be the default thing all the time. Okay, so rule 1, like Mala, what it says is the storage location should be determined based on shipping point, shipping condition, and plant. That is the standard one which we see all the time. Okay, and Rita, RETA says that like storage location should be based on plant and situation and storage location. Okay, so if not the both, then this Mare. Okay, so this is where actually some enhancements would be done. Actually, sometimes they would be configuring storage location based upon division, city. So here we will say that okay, the standard is available, and we will not check the enhancements what they have done.
No.
Okay, yeah. Okay, and yeah, and one more thing is I guess storage location is determined in delivery document, and shipping point is determined in order. If you want both to be determined in other documents, like I want shipping point to determine in storage location to be determined in the order.
Yeah.
Actually we will use we cannot determine storage location in order by default.
Okay.
Actually there is an user exit for that. Actually we need to run some user exit so that it will be automatically determined in order itself. I'll share that in questions. Yes, but because in a premise of a plant there can be multiple storage locations. As we already told, shipping condition means storage condition means based upon temperature. So there can be one storage location from where they can pick. Okay, and the rest of the all is not much needed for an SD. Okay, so only storage location up to this is important, and this field, these three fields are important. That's it in a delivery document. Okay, and one important thing is, see, you have an option of combining order. In sales document, in shipping tab, we have order combination. But have you seen anywhere delivery combination? Combining deliveries?
Yeah.
Yeah, combining orders is there. For that, you need to first check the indicator in customer master. Okay, so that means for that customer, if there are multiple orders,
Yeah.
I can combine and I can deliver it as one delivery.
Yeah.
Okay, but suppose say that for there are different deliveries,
Right.
but I want to club this all deliveries and make it a single delivery and send it. Do you have any indicator somewhere in SAP SD?
Uh,
Actually, we don't have any provision from SAP for that. That's an enhancement, and we will discuss that, and you can even explain that in your interview also. These are the things you will going to explain in your interviews. Have you done any enhancements? Yes, what the enhancement, like customer client want to have a delivery combination field as order combination field in customer master. So we have get it done. Okay, so we'll discuss that in those function specs. Okay. Yeah, I'll send it. Okay, I'll send it today. Okay, and by the meantime, I'll send project notes also, as the material what I'm having now for SD here. This material, I have a separate material for project which has all the function specs, user exits, RISEF, all the things. But actually I haven't got that DTP, like it's in handwritten. I'll scan that and I'll send it to you. So close to 70 plus pages. It's handwritten. Why? Because like by the meantime you are already experienced, so you can go through them. If it's a fresher, they won't understand what is that.
okay.
So you can start spending some time on that document also. Okay. This is delivery controls. This is, yeah, this is 0 VLK. Okay, and we have one another is 0 VLP. 0 VLP. This is very much confusing actually, and this can be accessed by OVLK also. OVLK. See, the 0 VLK, what we earlier see in the controls, this can be accessed by OVLK also. Yeah, both the same. You see now it is O. You see BVLF, everything here. Okay, 0 VLK and OVLK, but the determination is 0 VLP. Delivery item category is 0 VLP. So we have some standard item categories already there. We'll take NLN. Yes, NLN. Like this also has some controls again back actually. Let me check. TAN is there. Yeah, name is copied from the standard item. See, for standard item TAN it is J.
Right.
I'll check for REN. It is T. That is written. It is same as nothing but item category, but with some yeah, return to the company. PGR.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see the standard item. So standard, the first is material number 0 allowed. This is the first field. Like this field controls like whether to creating delivery document without a material code, that is material number.
Okay.
See, for what we without any material number we will create a order. For there are certain materials, they will not have any material number, material code. Yeah. Text item. Text item will not have any name. We will directly enter the description. See, for a material code, we will have a description also, right? That description, just that's it, they will enter it. So whether for this material, material number 0 is allowed or not. That means without any entering this, can I create a delivery or not? Okay. So this controls actually this. Not a blank number, that will have a description. We will just enter the description, text item, that's it. Next is this one, item category statistic group. So I already told you, whenever you see statistics that is related to LIS. Okay, here also item category statistic group, that means whether to update this data into the LIS or not.
Okay.
Okay, for reporting purpose. And the next is quantity, this one, quantity is 0. Like this says how the system should available, like if the quantity in delivery document is 0. Suppose say I entered material but haven't entered the quantity. While creating order we get some error, right? Well, we will enter a material but will not enter the quantity.
Right.
So this is nothing but same like that. What to give, like warning message.
No.
Okay, no dialogue, note about the situation, dismiss situation with error message. Okay, it is just like a warning kind of thing if there is no quantity entered. Okay, next is check minimum quantity. It is again the same, like if we maintain the minimum quantity to be delivered for this particular material and we enter less than the minimum delivery quantity, so how system should respond, like with a dialogue, or should say nothing, note about the situation, like saying that there is minimum quantity 100 for this item. Okay, next is this check over delivery. Like check over delivery, we already seen the tolerance in customer master. So this says like how the system should respond if the user is increasing the quantity in delivery documents. Why? Because in order we have created 100. That is fine, and we have an option to increase or decrease in order because of the customer master. But in delivery, if user is increasing 100 to 110, so at that situation how the system should respond? Okay, and if we check unlimited tolerance in customer master, then this will not be worked. This field will not be worked. See, we have under delivery and over delivery tolerance, right? Say suppose customer order for only 100 material, but the truck capacity is 90. Okay, so I want to only send 90 first. So I will decrease the quantity to 90. That I am doing through the control which I maintained in the customer master. Yeah. Okay. So there you have one other option also, that is over delivery. If over delivery is maintained there, then this field will not work actually. Okay. And this will like this field has relation with the customer master, these all things like delivery thing, under delivery, over delivery, unlimited delivery, complete delivery required by law. Okay. And this field controls the message, how it should react. Okay. I didn't hear. It's the tolerance. Okay. 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 No, no. So what happens is sometimes they do like this. Suppose say order I have created for 100. That's fine. But the persons who create order don't know that truck capacity is 90. So when doing delivery, these guys will again do that. 90. Yes, these guys will make it 90. Okay. Yes. If not, they need to send the other 10 with in separate truck. If not accepted. Yeah. Customer masters. Like that's what I'm saying. Like say, this field will have a relationship with the tolerance in customer master. Okay, how the relationship is happening? You are asking, right? Hmm, the relation I need to check. Let us see in F1 how actually this goes on. Specifies how system reacts when during delivery processing you exceed the original order quantity. For each delivery item category, you can specify whether system checks for delivery or not. Limit. Okay, this is interacting with CMIR. Okay, you can use this indicator to control how system reacts. Okay. That's it. How to notify the user. Okay. The next is availability check off. That means sometimes what happens is we do availability check in delivery documents also. Okay, so whether to perform the delivery check or not, this is controlled here. Do not check availability like this. Okay. So it will overwrite. But because delivery is next to the order, right? So if we do availability check here, then it overwrites the order availability check. But this actually we don't do for all the items actually. For a standard item we don't do. That's the reason it's off actually. Only in some scenarios this would be coming. Why? Because see, you are saying that I'm increasing the quantity here in delivery document. For you to increase the delivery quantity, the quantity should be available, right? So how the available quantity will be confirmed? Because of this availability check. So these two fields has relation. Okay, so if we want to increase the quantity in delivery document, then again we need to carry the availability check. Okay, and the next rounding is not that important. Next, relevant for picking, that is whether this material is relevant for picking or not. So service item not relevant for picking. Okay, so and in standard only few item categories are not relevant for picking, as I told you now. Say suppose for standard item tan, the relevant for picking is checked, the indicator is on. Say suppose we'll see cash sales BVN, it's checked. REN returns, it's off. And consignments KRN returns, but because returns we are not picking anything. Okay, so that's the reason this indicator is off for that. Okay, and next is storage location required. That is like for any material to be picked, there should be some storage location. Okay, and one other, this determine storage location. If we check this storage location, then only storage location would be automatically determined into the delivery document. If not, see what happens is, if while creating delivery, first what you give shipping point and delivery date, then after you enter the delivery document. There you will select storage location and you will select pick quantity. Okay, actually storage location doesn't come automatically there. You will select it. If you check this field, that will come automatically and that field would be grayed out. That means this will allow to automatically determine the storage location. Okay, and packing control, that means whether this item is relevant for packing or not. That means we will have option like this material should be default, it should be having packing, it can be packed, must be packed, cannot be packed. If I maintain must be packed means this material should be definitely packed. Okay, so only max of these fields are important and this is not that important. Okay, so this is only maximum of very simple controls here, that very simple configurations. Okay, so we have one another thing, that is delivery item category determination. This is delivery item categories and there should be determination for item categories. So the T code for this is 0184. Yeah, outside the SAP thing. You seen this earlier? Yeah. Yeah, this is different actually. Like, yeah, this is item category group is nothing but here the material type. You see LEIH, lay, LUMF, norm, VRP, package material, ERLA, ERLA is, I'm not getting, we discussed this in metal master, BANS third party item, BANC IPO, DINE service material, 0, this is make to order, this is variant configuration. Certification is more of like what you learn in school. Yeah, it's not wrong, but like see, you always have some limitations in school, right? You will be having only limited number of chapters there in your book. Okay, if they want to teach you all the things, it can be in more semesters or something. And like see, yours is hardly 1 week training, right? Not 10 days. 3 weeks. Okay, 3 weeks, it's a very short time actually. Very short time. But you will be having from morning to evening, right? Okay. there are many other things even which we don't use in real time also. Okay, but I just want to open this and show you is like this there was some interview questions coming on this. Okay, no, see, I'll show you. This is actually default item category order. If you want to change it to something else, you can do it here. This is default item category for delivery. Yeah, this is the higher level item category, that is from the order. Okay, but this item category next to that is the delivery item category, default item category for delivery. Okay, like what happens is in the general scenarios, system will copy the item category as it is from the order to delivery. Okay, there is no change in that. But in real time, some scenarios what will happen is you want to redetermine the delivery item category newly in delivery documents. In that case, we use this. That means in certification they have explained you only the standard process. Okay, suppose say as we already seen the availability check to be happened in the deliveries, we have certain control. In the same way, if you want to redetermine the item category in delivery document, suppose say we'll go to delivery type LF, item category group norm, item no item usage, higher level item TAN. DL and PSCK pack means this is like this is even I did not work on this much, but this I explained this in my document. I'll show you. Item category no delivery item category. No, I missed it here also, I guess. I'll send my written notes on this. Okay, there is nothing much, but just only to know how it actually comes out. Okay, in delivery, suppose say I guess this would be mostly used in third party and IPO, mostly used there, but because I have seen the in STO also. Only that yeah, like this is good to know actually, but it's not mandatory. But as a real consultant, you should know this. There is something existing to redetermine the item category in delivery document. Okay, I'll send my written notes on this, as I haven't mentioned this. These three, okay. See, this is higher level item category which comes from the order. See, this one, if you want something to be replaced in delivery, then you maintain it here. So that's the reason we use it. Like we want to determine some new item category. Yeah, you will override that one and you use this one. So if you want to use that one, you maintain this here. Okay. Yes, you see here it doesn't have anything, but it has manual item categories for the packing items. Okay, so next we'll go to billing document. So here, like, this document would be finished actually. The last one, we were this billing document. What we are